What's wrong with... Okay, first of all, how can you tell I'm using light mode on Switch? I did not go to the menu. Also, what's wrong with light mode? It's the default. It's there for a reason. Double Ninjara. Oh, boy. All right, we're starting off here. Is that double Chakram? Please run that double Chakram. I want to see that. I want to see it so freaking bad. Ah, okay, Chakram Nade versus Chakram Funchunk. Both of them running the Ram on the same side. In terms of parryability, it looks like Nike's has the advantage. Also, wow, these lined up perfectly. I'm crazy good at this. But yeah, Nike's has advantage in terms of parryability. However, in this specific instance right here, I think it's not really going to come down to the fact that Funchunk has faster parrying and retraction speeds. I think it's going to come down to the fact that it's just big, and you can hit people with it. For a jump grab right there. Not going to land, but he will follow up there with the Chakram, getting an arm break. Phasing through both of those on Splash side. Does get hit by one of the stun arms, but not going to get hit by the Chakram. There it comes around, though. Nike sitting on that rush. Could burn it at any point. Has to be careful about that nade, but I don't really know if that's what he's thinking about at this specific instance. Gets a stun right there. Could have gotten a follow-up. Doesn't need it, though. Just goes for a vanish and punishes. All right, what are we following up with here? All right, gonna have a switch off of the nade, it looks like. Maybe it's a switch off the Chakram, too? Okay, sticking with Chakram, gonna run the Hydra. That is gonna put him at a further weight disadvantage. But the curving and the height might be able to help. The height especially will be able to catch this jump-heavy Ninjara. Both of them sitting on rush right now. I don't know how eager they are to use it. With newer players, you see them either just press it every time that little Dorito comes up or never at all. And sometimes you never grow out of that. It does land the first part of the rush. However, not going to be able to follow up. That Hydra is a fickle mistress. Nike is still sitting on his. And they're going to go for it in the air. Good punish right there. Going to get a good 290 out of it. And dominating lead right now. I'm not going to lie. This is the introspective play style we're looking at right here. And I'm all about it. Gets a hit right there through the Hydra. And just going to send both of those arms out in a double punch pattern to end that game. All right, following up. Let's see what we're gonna be grabbing. I don't imagine seeing character changes. Though potentially you could just counterpick the heck out of them with like Birdshot Clapback Mummy. I don't know. Oh, I need to change the set score. I'm used to Paul doing all this for me. Properties. Uno. Oh God, I don't know what's going on in Russian right there. I'm a little intimidated, I'll be honest. Russian kind of scares me. There's just something about the backwards letters that like gives me the same feeling as finding a door unlocked when I'm sneaking into the house to get cheese from the fridge at like 3 a.m. Is that a relatable feeling for anyone, or is that just like a hashtag not like other guys thing? I don't really know if that's just I don't know if it's just me being a quirky college kid, or if it's just overexposure to the dumb juice of Twitter. I feel like it's one of them, though. Oh boy, cold hot chocolate, my favorite. Oh, we're going to the beach. All right. All right, gonna start on Busta here, or start on Busta in the second one. I have a feeling we'll be staying there throughout the rest of the game too. Just a little hunch I have. Yeah, going over to Buster. Should put a little bit of a hindrance, I would think, into Nike's more jump-heavy play style. I'm so scared of this Russian. Guys, I'm getting T-posed on in text. I don't like this at all. What the heck? No, no. It's okay, guys. We're going to take a little bit to explain the rules here. Yeah, we got some new players going on, so we got to get through the first tournament stuff. You know how it is. You've all been there. Everyone remembers their first tournament. They were freaking idiots. And that's okay. It's okay to be stupid sometimes, as long as you learn. However, it's not okay to type in Russian text. That's just a sin against God. I don't have mod powers in this chat, but that's all I have. I do not have mod powers in this chat. So think about that before you post Russian next time. All right, going over to Buster. It looks like they're both staying on the Ninjara. Did Nikes have double chuck? Did he have double chuck last time? I don't recall if he did or not. Looks like Splash is going back to the old strat of the loop and shoot. Gonna break up that grab for the first time, I think, with that chakram. Gonna get grabbed though in the end. Nikes is really employing that I watched a YouTube video strategy, and it's jumping and grabbing. Good nade plant right there on the landing. I don't think Nike's had enough time to actually get into his shield, so good timing right there. That is the fundamentals you want to start learning, since it is way easier to learn those habits early and then carry them over. Nike's already got his rush right now. He's been sending out a lot more arms just in general than Splash has, so of course his rush game is going to be a lot higher. Though Splash is picking it up, especially when Nike's just kind of sits in his face. Up close camping is like one of the scariest things in the game and will get you to start spamming stuff. I've been there a few times, I'll be honest. That's why Funchuck is there on my set. Alright, Splash has taken the lead right now. Those nade damages are coming in for him. And he's just shielding a lot more in general. And that's going to help him phase through these double punches. Splash really doesn't have a counter strategy that he's shown off right now to get through them. That rush is going to punish Ninjara because it's Ninjara, though it looked like Splash had twitched anyways to try to get out of it. Does have his rush, could take the round with it. He's just got to get in right there. Only 10 seconds on the clock. One hit will finish him off right now. Gonna try to burn it. Actually does clash through. And is gonna take the round through that. That weight class uppage coming through. The proletariat temporarily becoming the bourgeoisie. Like nade isn't already bourgeois enough for us. Alright, switching off that nade into the Hydra. Just going to go for the general coverage rather than the high damage output. Seems to kind of be getting stuck right here in this one area of the map. Doesn't want to approach, doesn't want to get over the side, because that's commitment, and commitment's AoE. Ooh, good grab right there, recognizing that the Hydro is on the wrong side for him to really grab through. He would have had to curve that thing really hard and at like just the right time. Oh, good parry right there by the Chakram. The rush is coming out. Splash actually able to get away from most of it. Just didn't have the final punish. Understandably standing still and thinking the camera wouldn't track. Just didn't end up out that way in the end. Another double punch right there. Trying to punish with the Hydra. He's definitely been picking up on these patterns right here that Nike has been showing. Probably another double punch coming through right there. And a Hydra plant finishing it off. This man is definitely getting even better at his adapting right now. Didn't pay off in that round, but we'll see how it carries through in the end. I got that Chakram and Funchuck still equipped. Switching the sides of the Chakram and nade right now. I almost kind of wonder if that's because he's realized that he leads off with his left a lot, and leaving Chakram on his right-hand side would be able to break through grabs that are coming through the middle. Like, if that's the intentional strategy right here, that's more adaptation than I've ever done to set sides. I have Funchuck on the right, Parabola on the left, and I will not change it. You can't make me, Greg. You're not my real dad. Alright, Splash still down in health. Nike staying in his face for the most part, retreating behind the barrier. Splash doing the approaching this time. Nike's trying to back off. He might actually be a little intimidated by this. I mean, that triangle can spell certain doom in leads like this. I don't think Nike has a ton to worry about right now. This health lead is pretty commanding, and Splash really hasn't shown anything to stop it. But we'll see if he can change it around right now. That double punch would have been a good opportunity to let that triangle go. That's an even better one, though. Why get hit when you can just not? Gonna break that up, get the Chakram, and now the lead has been switched around. 20 seconds on the clock. Nikes does let his rush go. I think it's going to end the round. But man, did Splash show off much better adaptation. Nikes in the end did come out with a prevalent strategy, but Splash did so good. Splash, that was actually real good. I'm a big fan of that, Splash. I hope you stick with that, because I want to see you rising, boy. I want to see you come up through these ranks. Because that was kind of sick, though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm really impressed. All right, let's see what we got going up next on the docket here. Man, I'm getting T-posed on in the Discord too. Alright, Hagamaru and Elemento. Alright, I'll need to join they lobby. We're doing things a little differently around here just because I'm all the way over in the US of A, and I don't want to screw with y'all's matches by having weird like P2P stuff going on. Let's make this one Elemento. And then SIA, copy and paste the name, because I don't think I can spell that. A little adjusty. And there we go, looking clean, except for it's not 0-2 right now. Bammo Kazamo! Lobby up. Nice, 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 nice. And there it is, the Parabola Mummy going in. Oh, sick. Elemento made the lobby. That means I'm guaranteed to have this right, and I haven't had to do the scoot and shoot yet. Eclipse. Honestly, yeah. Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna say no. It'd be really whack if I was out here saying, what's even the point? Good game. You can tell because I play it ever. But yeah, good game good. That's all there is to it, really. Game good. If you have someone in your area who has the game and you could learn from, maybe try playing with them first just to make sure you actually like really get into it, because I think ARMS is that game where it's like either you love it or you just want to die every time you play it. I love it. I know people who don't, and that's okay. That's a hard question to answer, Eclipse, honestly. People are gonna say yeah. I'm honestly like kind of on the fence, but I don't know. I have to think. I'm on the fence about that one, honestly. Because, like, I never really played it outside of a competitive setting. I don't really have the context of what it would be like outside of a competitive setting. But I like it in that competitive setting. Okay, Eclipse, I got an idea for you here. What if you just didn't play those other games and you only played ARMS? What if that was the only game you played for the rest of your life? I'm just saying. That's a good way to make sure you're dedicating time to it. What if you just didn't sleep or eat? What if you neglected blinking so you don't miss any frames? These are all ideas I'm having. They're genius. Guys, I hate to tell you, but I'm a bit of a genius right here. Don't mean to be styling on your small IQs or anything. It's just I happen to be the smartest person alive. Alright, let's see. What would he got? What do we got so far? Temple Moz and DNA are off the charts right now. Yo, Splash, you're in chat. Splash, actually, holy crap, you were so good, actually. Like, you don't think you were good because you lost, but you showed some of the best adaptation that I've seen, like, ever. Like, genuinely, I don't see that much adaptation in, like, top-level plays sometimes. It was such good adaptation. Like, please keep playing, dude. Alright, looks like we're on to what Hagamaru calls beach volleyball. We're going to Buster again, folks. Oh, I can't believe we got counterpicked to V-Ball in EUAC 52. Shaking things up. New streamer, new region that I'm streaming from. That's crazy, baby. Alright, we got the classics. The Min versus the Mummy. Oh, I need to change what round this is, because this is actually round 2 and stuff. Where's that fat properties button? Alright, Elemento going in with the double Sparky. Hagamaru going in with the Popper and the Dragon. Popper, obviously a popular choice on Mummy. We've seen tons of Mummies run it. Dragon, though, I can't see I've run on a Mummy before. I also can't see double Sparky is too common. Iceman, obviously, love that Sparky on the Dragon arm. So far, Elemento is not been able to really make it work, though, especially kind of weird considering we got a light arm and a Dragon with that slow startup. Elemento has taken the lead with that stun combo. Gets another one off right there thanks to the Dragon arm. And now that health difference is starting to add up. Both of them with Rush online. Difference gonna be slammed down to a minuscule one by Hagamaru, though another stun combo. Gonna just keep chipping this away. Only needs one more to end this round. Rush gonna come out on Hagamaru's side. Elemento not respecting it, just getting the stun after the whiff and gonna get the grab afterwards. Alright, any changes on Hagamaru's side? Actually not going to be changing anything up. Going to be sticking with the set that is, at a glance, at a disadvantage, but this set has good punish game. Like, there is no doubt that this has a great chance after you faded stuff out. That's the hard part, though, especially when you're playing Mummy. Going to get rushed right there, just burning right through that Popper. Going to keep that Dragon arm maintained. Does get hit by the Dragon and actually confirms into the Popper after what looks like a long hit stun time. Gonna get the 1-2 right there. Hagamaru standing still for just half a second, and that's all you need to pop that super armor open. Almost gets that Sparky up, but just gets beaten out by the Dragon. Hagamaru missing the rush once again, but now Elemento nowhere to run. Not gonna be able to get that Dragon arm up. No stunts. Does take some arm chip. Has to retreat to get that up. Gets a 50 off, but still no dice on the stun. And he's gonna burn the rush right there. That should give the win for the round. Just sitting on the magic pixel. But a quick punch down to the Dragon leaves Hagamaru with no defenses up and will take the game. All right, DNA and Mazo being strucken down. We're going to have to go to somewhere, either Scrapyard or a little closer. Or Scrapyard. Don't really see a mummy picking scrapyard. No, we're going to go to the sparring ring. All right, that's a mummy classic. With the dragon, though, I kind of imagine that the dragon will be taken off. Don't really see a lot of dragon users cheering over the fact that they're going to sparring. I've never heard Twin 5-0 pop off. Yes, close range stage with walls that I can't run at. Yes. So if Hagamaru pops off here, I'll be surprised. With that dragon. Pops off with the dragon, I should say. I don't doubt Hagamaru's ability to just pop off. It still has the dragon Megawatt in tow right now. Gonna stick with the dragon? No. Oh, buh. 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 Okay, sticking with the dragon, actually, after a lot of thought and consideration. Elemento just weaving into the side. Hagamaru's not going to have the best time with camera control, especially not with Min Min's weird jumps, but actually manages to get the read on the dash in right there, gets the grab. However, Elemento just goes for the quick charges on Wake Up, gets that Sparky up, now has Dragon Arm to make things that much easier at boxing through these defenses. Hagamaru barely able to get things. Thinks he's got a read right there on a dash back by Elemento. However, not so. Rush right there, gonna pop out, not gonna break shield, not gonna do a ton other than give Hagamaru just what he needs to get up to rush. Oh, barely doesn't get stunned, actually manages to get through the arm break right there. Elemento, though, sitting comfortable at this distance, gets up the Dragon Arm, gets the shield up before the rush can come through. Is now sitting pretty, though, without Dragon Arm to help on this wake up. Doesn't need it, though, just stand there and wait for your opponent to do something. And another stun should close this out. Not a great trade for Hagamaru. Sometimes armor can be a godsend on trades. Other times you want die. That's just how it goes. All right, yep, there's the switch off the dragon I was expecting to see. We'll have a little bit slower startup here, and the retraction's also nothing to write home about. But that sheer power, the ability to get through the gloves, and the fact you're not playing Dragon on Sparring Ring is a good benefit here for this switch off. Hagamaru being pressure right there, does cut through a grab with that popper. Cuts through some gloves right there, but is not going to be able to cut through that powered up rush. Elemento does get the Dragon Arm up. Gonna keep it, actually. That's the popper does not throw him into the tumble, and he's not going to lose. Gonna get another Dragon Arm Sparky up right there. Hagamaru looking like he really needs something in the next couple seconds. The thing he needed was not another Sparky charge. Elemento just gonna clean that out 2-0, looking like it wasn't even close. Oh man, someone typed in bracket, laugh and point at them. It's not working, silly. I don't know how to do that when I have a stream key. Oh wait, it worked. Crap, no, laugh and point at me, I guess. Dang it, Nihilus. I was getting so ready to bully you. Dang it. I wanted to cyberbully so hard. Ah. Well, I guess now there is egg on my face. Well, I didn't know it got fixed. It's not my fault. Look, I'm just looking for an outlet for all my rage. And I wanted to put it all on people who don't know that I'm stupid. Okay? I'm just a boy. Leave me be. Alright, do we have a challenger for me next so I can move on? Akram, just let me know who you want. Alrighty. Ooh, Akram typing. Ooh, Kosa versus Alistair. Okay. Can't say I know who Alistair is. But something I probably should. But I have the excuse of not being EU, so I can just say I don't know this region, even though it's the one that I commentate the most by far. Like, it's not even close. Kosalina versus Alistair. There we go. Alistair Master. There we go. It's not right there and stuff. Oh, I almost turned that 1 into a 2, but it's not what we're gonna do. Okay, yeah. I wouldn't even know anyone on NA ranks because I don't like diving into that cesspit. It's not like I compete much anyways to begin with. But ranked. Oh no, Alistair's making the room. You guys get to see it. You get to see the swap. Whoosh! Think of that. Think of that not as me using the live editor. Think of that as a screen transition. I am nothing but I'm nothing if not a master streamer. I played music on a starting screen. That means that I've leveled up my game. Alright. Kosa. Alright. I'll need Kosa to join in before I can actually get anything down here. Oh, what I can do, though, I can be productive and stuff. This is winner's round. Are we in winner's quarters yet? Where are we at? Where are we at in this El Bracketo? We're in winner's quarters. Now I can look professional when I say that. Let's see, will that fit? I do. Perfect. Alright, let's see. Kosa did it! Let's go, Kosa. Everybody tell Kosa good job. Send Kosa a cookie in the mail or something. She doing great. What was that code? Okie dokie. Alright, looks like we're going to Mausoleum. Okie dokie. Alright, Kosa, I'm imagining the twin tail. Alistair, I'm excited to see. They got stars in their name, which means they're prestige. Oh, actually, Kosa Lola? Okay, that means we gotta change name. That means the name has to be changed. There we go. Kosa Lola Lina. Try saying that 7 times fast. You won't. Okay, kind of got like a Riffa vibe going on right here. Probably because this is Riffa's set. I didn't see what the third arm was. Alistair rocking the triple nades. Oh, is EU getting a coil? Is EU getting a coil? I bet you guys are excited about that one. I know I'm excited for you. Alistair just going for the charge 3 nades and then fire it off strat. Kosa reminding me a lot. I don't know if any of y'all remember when Slosh used to be running the Lola, but he ran a set very similar to this. I think the only difference was he inverted the Tri-Blast for a Hydra, so more of a Twin 5-0 type vibe. Alistair going for the rush, forward rush. Kosa actually countering a Toil Rush with a rush of her own, getting the 390 up right there. Gonna get the Tri-Blast to follow it up. Alistair pinned against the back wall. Having to really work for these work-ins right here. Kosa just peppering in these Tri-Blasts. Those are so hard for a coil to get around if she uses those wide sweeps of the dashes. Alistair, though, adapting his control right now, making sure that he goes in very narrow little bits, so Kosa really has to work for her aim. Gonna try to go for the explosion confirm. Gonna drop it, though. At that range, getting that spice up is kind of difficile. I don't blame Kosa for going for it, though. It's hog as heck. Managed to find some of that rush. Kosa's still in the lead, 10 seconds on the clock. Just kind of has to play the shield if she can to take this to time. Though I don't know if Kosa wants to. Then again, Twin Tail player. Yeah, Twin Tail player taking it to time. I'm so shocked. Lock it in instantly. Alistair going for the fun chuck. Gets the freeze on Kosa's side. Gonna try to follow it up with the bounce grab. Not gonna be able to make it work though. Just gets cut through by the fun chuck. That bounce does not have a lot of range to it horizontally. You really just want to go for the regular air dash. You're gonna go for a grab like that. Or maybe just a super dash on the ground. Alistair getting a grab right there that I don't think even a fly could have reacted. Goes for a rush, gets canceled, and the trampoline is out. I don't know if that's great for Kosa or a curse. Does manage to get up that grab after the freeze. Has rush online. That could spell disaster for Alistair. If she goes for one of those grab fakes, there is an option select into it that not a lot of people go for, and it works really well against the back wall. Alistair, though, finding positioning in his favor with his trampoline not available to Kosa to go on. Going for the rush right there, off super dash, does manage to get around the side. Barely finds the kill before the final hit. And Kosa Lolalina is going to take the first game. Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited that you're all getting a coil. Not so you guys, like, have a coil, but so you guys understand the pain. Plus, I just kind of miss Leanie playing. Like, I miss Leanie a lot. Leanie is my friend, and I like her. Alright, going to Via Dolce right now. That does limit Kosa's mobility a lot when it comes to the bounces. And gives Alistair kind of a direct lane to go in. However, the same could be said for Alistair, though I'm noticing Alistair just kind of loves to play that direct style of coil. More of an Astro style coil than like a Dark remix, per se. Kosa gets the freeze up early. Not going to be able to follow up. Those bounces just don't go far enough side to side. You got to go for the regular air dash if you're going to go for it. I know it looks slow and weird. I know it feels wrong to go for. But man, it's so much better than bounce in those situations. Gonna throw out that dragon unsafely. Alistair just able to get a 320 rush up. Start putting a big dent in Kosa's health. Plus with very little room to run, really has to get the most of a super dash in order to get out of here. Or has to just capitalize on an explosion to bring that health all the way to just about even. Alistair thinking he's safe right there, drops his shield, but Kosa just keeps finding those Tri-Blast plants. And she's taking the lead. Alistair does have his rush online right now. Gets the grab. Not quite enough to kill, but it leaves Kosa on a sliver of a health. Almost gets canceled out right there by the Tri-Blast. But just slices through like a little block of cheese. Kosa's shield not looking great. Kosa's rush gains, though, looking beefy. Gonna go for super dash in. Yeah, super dash in. Rushes the classic, man. It's the classic. Alistair going for the speed right now. Done with the fury, just going for the fast. Parries down everything Kosa's got so far. Kosa just desperate for a solid hit. Alistair playing towards the back, looking for that rush gain early on that coils are infamous for. Kosa is managing to get some pokes in there. Doesn't manage to back off in time, though. 290 damage on the rush. Good amount of gain from it, though. It's honestly not too bad. 30 seconds already through the clock. Not much has happened, though. Alistair now starting to build a little bit of a lead. Kosa going on the offensive. Alistair going on the shield button. Oh, confirm. Yo, another one from Kosa. Sick stuff, girl. Tries to find some plants right there, but they go so wild. Looking like is Alistair motion? Because that was like a very flubby motion thing to do, and I was kind of into it. I'm not going to lie. Kosa just needs one hit to end that, and she does find it. After a rough start to the round, just keeps on hammering them in, and Kosa Lolalina will be moving on to the next round. Yeah, try saying Cosa Lolalina. It kind of hard to say. I don't know. Maybe my tongue is just stupid. I might just have a very dumb tongue. I don't know. I've just fallen into the Paul naming conventions, though. I spent too much time with that guy, dude. Paul has influenced so much of my ARMS commentary, mainly on the not commentating the match side. All right, so we are confirmed, looks like, to have, who is that? Looks like we're confirmed to have Rafa versus Kosa on one side of winners semis. On the other side, we're going to have Rifa versus Grim or Rep. Okay, all round 4 games are going to be on stream, it seems. So yeah, Rafa Kosa will definitely be there. Let's see if I can scout some results out right now. Let's see if I can get a little scope of what's going on in the news. That's still not the right lobby. That's why I went back to it. Alright, this just in. Pew, 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 pew. I still have no idea, but I am filling air. Oh, pew, 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 pew. Incoming. Ba, 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 ba. Kosa Rafa is coming on stream. You wanted to see more of the Kosa Lolalina. You're getting more of the Kosa Lolalina. Unless we're not getting Kosa Lolalina. In which case, I will change the name. Probably, maybe not. But we will get. It's a big old bagel. Buckaroos in the chat. If y'all got anything you want to say, ask me, tell me, yell at me. I don't know. Just go ahead and do it. I don't know. I got time to kill. Do I have you guys added? I swear I do. Oh, there's Rafa. There he is. What was that code? I'm stupid. Buh. Alright, I think that means Rafa is player 1. Yeah, that should mean Rafa player 1. Nope, that's the wrong one. Why is... Oh, because I switched them over. Beautiful, beautiful. I forgot that I already messed up my own system. This way we actually have a neutral start in case Kosa doesn't play Lola. And bing! Bada bing, bada boom, bada bang. I'm still mad that Nihilus fixed that link. I really wanted to just cyberbully. It's not fair to me, okay? Why did you think of me? Oh, wait, where'd Rafa go? No, Rafa, wait! Ah! Rafa! When did that happen? Guys, I'm so scared and alone. I'm gonna need someone to come give me a security hug. It's been a long day without you, my friend, but I can't wait until I see you again. I've never actually heard that song. I'll be honest. I know Twitter.com. I don't know thatsong.com. I know Rafa, it's the people who are trained in singing that are actually the best at bad singing. I was in show choir in school for 7 years, so I perfected the art of not acting like it. Don't stop. All right. I'm taking song requests, chat. Lay it on me. Give me anything you want. As long as it's like something I'll know. I don't know anything the teens are listening to. I'm sorry. I don't know much past like 1989. Oh, rude. I have such a good Rick Astley impression. Hold on. Let me just channel it. I gotta moisten my throat up a little bit. Alright. We're no strangers to love. You know the rules, and so do I. I can't get that high note, but whatever. A full commitment's what I'm thinking of. You wouldn't get this from any other guy. I know, it's good, right? My Rick Astley's trained in memes. No, Goofy's not like, we're no strangers to love. I don't know. I can't do a Goofy very well. You want All-Star? All right. Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me. I ain't the sharpest tool in the... All right, we're going to Moz, though, which is great because my throat just died doing that. Oh, we do have to change the name back. There we go. There we go. It looks like Kosa's sticking with a very similar set. Rafa going with that Ram and the Megawatt. Kosa starting off strong with these poke knockdowns on the wake up. Rafa trying to use the bounce in as best as he can right now. Hasn't found anything super solid, but a good knockdown with the Ram should keep that pressure up. Kosa, though, super dash over to the side, just keeping things toasty all the time. Rafa getting hit, like, what's that, like frame one of a jump and an arm break to accompany it. Dang, I bet Rafa's got some salt right now because Kosa's definitely brought the pepper. And a rush to keep things going, barely lands the side of that Tri-Blast, but keeps it chaining through for a butt ton of damage. This Kosa Lola is very new to me, but seems very practiced. And I'm about it. I do be vibing with it, though. No, Kosa's on Moz today. I don't know what you're talking about, Rafa. This is Mausoleum. Oh, Rafa gonna cancel out the ice and the stun right there with the rush. Barely avoids getting frozen right there. Just barely. Gets the follow-up on the popper right there. No rush to speak of, so no confirm off of it. But a good solid chunk of damage. Good win right there. Sneaks like, what was that? Like right under the dragon? Wait, is that Joker Persona 5 with all this sneaking around? Good backpedal right there. Kosa seemed pretty prepared for it, though. Let that rush off. Rafa is able to get away from most of it thanks to that Megawatt just being able to cut through the powered up form of the Tri-Blast, but still eats some damage for it. Ooh, another arm break. Kosa just going for those weak little appendages. Super jump not going to work out. It is awful. You do not see it work out. It is a bad option. I'll tell you one time that I've ever seen super jump work, and that is against Brasses on Wake Up. Then it kind of works. Otherwise, it just don't really work. Kosa just sticking to the back right now, making Rafa come to her. However, Rafa does get that grab. Kosa has rush, though, so that Wake Up's not going to be too punishing. The follow-up to it, though, could be devastating. Reads Rafa's jump right there, able to land her rush, and just keeps on trucking through. Not going to approach, though. Why would you? You have range advantage. health advantage, though. Not looking too solid right now. Rafa putting on so much freaking pressure right now. First bit of damage on the Moz Trampoline. A lot of damage right there on the arms. Does manage to get a break, which is kind of good for Rafa. That left one, though, just keeps getting tortured. Just let it release, man. Oh, actually, that trade goes out highly in Rafa's favor. Able to continue his chain where Kosa could not. Cuts through the Dragon and the rest of that Tri-Blast in order to get that Megawatt through. Not able to dodge. Takes a beating, but keeps on ticking on. Popper barely misses into the shield. It's coming down to light arm spam, folks. I didn't see that one. I don't know what happened there. I'll be completely honest. It just kind of cut through. But good sneaking by Kosa. Good sneaking. George, why would you block when you're low line? I mean, only all of your mechanics revolve around your shield. That's dumb. You're wrong. See you later. Alright, DNA scrap being yeeted out. No long. Okay, we're staying Mazo. We're staying the course. Rafa kind of popped off there a little bit, so I'm not surprised. I don't judge it. Rafa, maybe a set change, though I kind of doubt it. Yeah, it doesn't look like any set changes are probably going to be happening. We'll see. Is that Burchuk? Oh, the Ram is actually gone. The Burchuk's going to take its place. Yeah, Kosa playing a highly aerial style will be kind of countered by that. Though Tri-Blast in general just kind of counters a lot. Oh, the curve on the Burchuk, though, so smart. It just goes around anything Kosa throws out. Doesn't have to worry about clanking with the Dragon since it's on the opposite side. Doesn't have to worry about clanking with the Tri-Blast since it will not do that. It's a smart change. I like this change. Even the side it's on. Like, I'm pogging off over side placement right now. That's how you know it is a good change. Gonna try to land the popper right there. Kosa going for the rush. Not gonna be able to make it work, though. Rafa gets the counter in there, leaving Kosa on a sliver of her health. The Moz Trampoline out so much earlier this time than the last. I don't think that's very good for Kosa, though. Kid Cobra on Moz Trampoline. This is the stuff of legends that you don't hear because you die. All right, switch over to the Hydra. We are going the Twin 5-0 set right now. Ooh, now Raph is the one putting on that arm damage. Has that right arm almost broken. Does fade after time, though. Kosa punishing the ice. Gets the break right there. Kosa not going to be able to use her rush. Rafa very close to his rush, but Kosa's going to be the first to pull the trigger. Does manage to get a little bit of the Dragon, but as it's drilling on through, the popper finds its mark and cancels that bad boy out. So now down to the very last bit of her health. And yeah, there's no way she's avoiding that rush. Not when she's bound in like that. Yeah, Twin Tail counterpick would not be surprising. Because Rafa just kind of figured out the entire matchup with Ice Arm goes burr. Doesn't actually look like it, though. I think we're oh, no, that was just a very fast Salt Lock. Twin Tail is a good counter because that is Kosa's main. That's why it's a good counter. Which means Oh, the best counter, though. They both die. I guess. You have to change this name. Kosa, sorry, you lost your name privileges. Sorry about it. Alright, looks like Rafa has the lobby back up. What was that code again? There we go. Unless he changed it, in which case I'm going to punch him. He didn't. You're on my nice list, Rafa. Thank you. Thank you for being courteous to me. Okay, cool. Yep, Via Dolce here. Cobra has a lot less space to move side to side. Say, Twin Tail not really inhabited by this, honestly. Gonna go for the Springman Classic on Kosa's side. The Tribal and the Toaster. Good speed, good control over movement, good speed when it comes to punishing Cobra landings. You can kind of just react to it. You don't have to throw it out like prematurely and predict or anything. Rafa gonna be using the same set. He's going to struggle a little more against Twin Tail, especially when Kosa's playing aerial like this. Normally when I think of Kosa, I think of the ground aura type Twin Tail. But Kosa's been going a little more in the air recently, with wind arms on Rafa's side especially. Kosa does find that stun right there, not going to get anything off of it. Does confirm the rush out of it, though. That's a stun confirmed you don't see very often. Usually it's just grab or punch again. But stun into rush. It works out. Do a lot of damage. It good. Rafa might be thinking of a change here, but if he was, it's going to quickly escape his mind as he goes into the favor of the Popper set again. Getting some good punishes right here. Kosalina just twitching, and every time Rafa sees it, he is set to kill. Kosa is not the only one with rush confirms on lock. 370 damage plus the refresh. Sitting on a P until he wasn't. Now Kosa, though, punishing the wake-ups like this, just like those last, 20 seconds didn't happen. However, they did, in fact, happen. The damage stuck around. Rafa just gets in that last hit that he needed. Kosa going into the round with rush right now. She has that advantage, but Rafa does not seem like he really wants to get in the way of anything of Kosa's that could confirm. However, you don't need to confirm if you just pop that bad boy raw like that. 260 from Kosa. Nice little 80 poke right there in the air. It's very intimidating and scary to go for a poke right there against an aerial Twin Tail. You usually think they'll just flip away, you get grabbed, and you have a bad time overall. But if you're confident they're just going to hold it, why not? Stunning to grab right there from Kosa. Rafa does only need one hit to even things up. Rush right now, not going to end it unless he gets a confirm. Shock would be nasty into it. Kosa, I think, has the potential to kill with this next rush, though Kosa love go for confirm. Kosa get confirmed. Kosa love confirm. That didn't even feel like it honestly was a confirm. That felt like it was a, I think this is going to hit pop, I guess. Is this best of 3? I'm assuming this is best of 3. I haven't been told it's not best of 3. That means it's best of 3 to me. You can't tell me otherwise unless it's not best of 3. Okay, looks like it was best of 3. My superior intellect comes out again. God, I have a brain the size of the Marianas Trench. That's why I'm gonna remember to change names and stuff. Go. All right, who's next? Riffa Grimwood? Alrighty. What was that code? Not that. That wasn't the code. Let's go to those man's rear end, shall we? I don't care if he's not using the Grim. Oh, we gotta add that sponsor and hold on. We gotta add that 6th sponsor. There we go. All right, now he's barely small enough. There we go. We make it work though. We make it work. All right, Riptide Grimwood 96. Grim is always kind of a toss-up where what character we're seeing. All right, we are seeing the brass. It feels like a long time since I've seen Grimwood actually pull out his main. Riffa with the Masango this late in the bracket, actually. Kind of surprising. I mean, I know he's been playing it a lot. It's more rare to not see the Riffa Masango at this point. But it feels weird that he's running it against this heavy of an opponent this late in the bracket. Both of them looking for some initial hit. Grimwood will be the first to try to get his mechanic up, but Riffa going to be coming out on top with his heavy. However, Grimwood's going to secure that armor through a grab, taking out Riffa's and getting some more in the process. Guys, someone alert Rep, because there was heavy armor on the screen after a grab on the brass's side. I don't know if you knew that, but that's a mechanic in this game. It's advanced tech. Trap Lord Huey discovered it very recently. And Grimwood just keeps on chaining together these grabs. Riffa finally going to stop him in his tracks with that ice glove. I believe that's called the Chilla. Grimwood pumping those fists full. Has to stop for a second to get his armor back up. Riffa going to stop it. The armor does come clutch. Not going to get knocked down. We'll just have to deal with some ice. And that's not that bad at this much health lead. With that pillar to safely retreat behind, it's not like he's really hurting anyways. We're going to burn that rush on the yellow mask. Probably thinking that George was going to go for something cheeky, but he really didn't. He kind of just shielded. George is a longtime proponent of just shield, idiot. And I can see that he's still employing that strategy to this day. Riffa switching up that Phoenix. It did a lot of good work for him in the last round. But now that there's a lot less pillars on the field, I think we're at 1 remaining, maybe 2. He's just going to go for the straight speed. Excuse me. Doesn't mean he is missing out on one of those knockdown elements that can help very much against this. But he is trading perfectly when it comes to the light arm, medium arm economy right now. Rush up before Grimwood. Grimwood looking to not get behind that pillar. Maybe he should have gotten behind that pillar, though. That rush did a lot of damage to him. Obviously not two very highly damaging arms when it comes to their rushes. But damage do be damage, and it do be adding up. Grimwood at almost exactly the 25% mark. That's that magical spot. Brasses love to see when getting knocked into the red. Gonna go for the rush off the confirm. 265. Looks like Riffa is still a little bit in the lead. But that's going to change thanks to Super Armor coming in clutch. Andrew Crab going to secure the round. We might see the Ninjara coming back through. Wouldn't be surprised. Okie doke, we got Scrap and Temple Band. Grimwood 96, hate pillars. Alright, Schmausoleum. I don't know if this actually means we're seeing a change in character from Rifa or not. I kind of want to say no. I've seen Rifa run the character on this stage before, and that means he will do it again 100% of the time. He did it again 100% of the time. Oh my gosh. Oh, a Seiki on Rifa's side. All right. Does anyone remember when this used to be the Brass counter, when Brass could do absolutely nothing about it when in 25% mode? Though it was so freaking funny. I love that Seiki was so useless in the matchup until that 25%, and then it was the win condition. God, those were the days. All right, Rifa finally finding his first hit. Grimwood finding his 96th. Rifa down to the last third already. Grimwood barely touched, and now we're down to the last quarter. Stun into grab, the Superior Fan Classic. Grimwood just needs one hit to make things work. Gets right around the pillar with the Chakram and takes that round like it was nothing. Still staying on the Seiki. We're going to go for that rush in right there. Rifa just using the pillar to block what he can, taking very little shield chip. Already had the rush, so it's not like he had to worry about getting anything off of it either. Yeah, it seems like now that Rifa has been playing a little bit more Masango, he's adapted Grimwood's strategy of hold in left stick. It's working out for him, though. He's just not getting hit. That's how you avoid damage, is not get hit. So that's a good strategy, I think. Tearing down Alani's with the Chilla, using the yellow mask to its full potential right there. I think that would have canceled if he didn't have that on, but he's able to get the 380 damage off right there. Gets a little bit of a damage on the arm too. Not gonna happen. Grimwood certainly gonna follow up after a second with this rush. Yeah, that's the freest rush I've seen in my life. Super armor jump in, your opponent double punches. What is there to do but hit right bumper? Grab off right there. Brass doing Brass things. Doesn't even need the 25% mode to come back. Just needs a hope and dream. And I think that's already at the end of the set. Everything's been going so quickly. Is that already set? Jeez, Rick. That was already the set. That's nutso butso. That means your winner's finals, I think to a lot of surprise, is going to be Kosa Grimwood. I think a lot of people can honestly say it when they think of the people who are going into the top two. I mean, you look at the top two seeds, it's Rifa Rafa. You kind of just expect those two to win because they do that all the time. Though with no, who didn't show up today? I don't think there was Iceman and Yetta, was there? Yeah, no Iceman, no Yetta. That does give everybody a little bit of an easier bracket run. Now I have no idea who's going to be playing. I don't know if we're sticking around in winners or if we're dipping down to losers for a sec. I'll let you know when I know. In the meantime, talk to me, buckaroos. Let me know what's on your minds. Let me know why you love me, why you hate me, why... tell me why ain't nothing but a heartache. Tell me why ain't nothing but a mistake. Tell me why I never want to hear you say I want it that way. Just tell me why. While I'm here, my internet's been kind of booty lately, so I haven't been streaming, but I can plug. Persona 4 Golden on Steam is kind of poggers. I like that game. It's good. You should like that game. I made a big ol' thread on my Twitter, which I don't know if I have link privileges in this chat. I'm gonna try. I'm sure is that gonna try for the plugs. I do. It means you can follow me and you have no excuse not to. But do it or I'll be sad. You don't want to see me cry on stream. Unless you do, in which case I understand. I don't blame you. Alright, Costa Grim. Okay, Costa Grim is coming up. We're going to best of 5 for this, it looks like. Okay, Costa Grim is going to be a weird one to think about. Grim is obviously going to go in. Costa is probably not. Which means Grim is going to have to work hard for this. Grim is going to have to work he butt off. With Brass's jump, though, it's probably not going to be that terrible. I can't imagine it being that awful for Max Brass to get in. Twintel, on the other hand, does not have struggles here. Twintel has 0 struggles. Like, if you want to just go in the air, flip out of, like, the wake-up stuff, you can. You can do that. You have those buttons. And Kosa, I don't know if Kosa's going to be challenging George's buff-ups so often. It's really going to come down to how often Kosa wants to punch. Kosa's style of Twintel does not usually press those triggers. But if Kosa does press those triggers, it's going to be hard to get buff up. Kosa is currently missing. If anyone has a spare milk carton, we can like print Kosa's pictures on. I don't know where she went. Kosa, come home. We miss you. I left your favorite toy out on the porch and a bowl of water. We got you your favorite snackies. Please come home, Kosa. Does give us a good time to look at what's going on in the losers bracket right now. We're waiting to see who's gonna fight Yam in losers. Rep and Akram going on right now. That's feeding into Rafa. Whoever wins in somebody versus Yam feeds into Rifa. Yikes! Scary. I'm crying. Oh boy, I sure have not slept. You think with going to bed at 4 p.m. I'd be a little waking up at 4 p.m. I'd be a little more well equipped to handle this. I'm not, lol. I'm just not, lol. I should delete that tweet that has the wrong Twitch channel. Bop. I deleted the tweet, right? Yup. Okay, we found Kosa! The milk campaign worked! You guys are all heroes. You guys are all the MVP. Give yourself a round of applause. Put pogs in chat for yourself. Without you guys, we never would have done it. I don't think we could have had this without you. Yoshi, you're the MVP here. got? 580. 580. That's how you spell 580. We're gonna have to give this a little flip. And bam, just like that, my layout was back to perfect. I planned it all along. Alright, sparring the first band from the Max Brass main, I guess. So that's cool. That's expected and not sending me into any panic. Okay, DNA Buster also gone. That leaves Mazo and Temple? So probably Mazo? No Temple. All right, George. Just go against all the logic I have about this game. Fine, cool, whatever. I don't care anymore. That's good, I guess. Whatever floats he boat. Whatever floats he boat. Whatever buffs your brass. That's what I'm going to use from now on. I can confuse my fans and family with it. Nope, that's not words. Friends and family with it. Oh, shoot, the Grimwood Coil? Oh, shoot, the George Coil. All right, 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 all right. Oh, what up, Fez? It's your boy, Hammer. Pew, 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 pew. Oh, I don't have my name on the screen. Kosa sticking with that Twin Tail, very obviously. Gonna have that Tri-Bolt and the Toaster again. Not surprised, this worked out very well against Rafa before. Nailing down Coil with this, though, a whole other matter. Grimwood does seem to be going for those wider sweeps than with Alistair, so that should be a little easier for Kosa to nail with the Tri-Bolt. Wide sweeps really is the key to nailing down Coil like this. So far, it's working out. Grimwood has not been able to land a lot of hits. Kosa just taking things slowly, but a little faster than, honestly, I'd expect from Kosa. A lot more air mobility than I'm used to seeing from her. That Actrosaur on landing into parry does end up taking the 50 damage on the splash through the parry, but it was a good parry. It got a lot of work done for what it was supposed to do. Also looking to maybe confirm into this with the explosion. Actrosaur on landing. That's the thing nobody thinks about. Actrosaur on landing is so good. If your opponent has rush, just get up in the air. Flip over and over and over. There's so little they can do about it. There's so little you can do to punish that. It's one of the most annoying things to fight, one of the most fun things to do. It's just when you get it off, it's like that image of Farquaad just laughing and pointing. You feel so big brain. Good rush right there, punishing George, throwing out both of his nades. Couldn't really dash. Coil mobility's not that good. Good grab right there, but if Kosa just kind of sits and dies, then things work out for her. Pog, how that works out. Actually gets some good rush off of getting grabbed. All right, George switching off the nades, switching out speed for some size and some shield break potential. Kosa has been sticking to those shields. Gonna try to retreat into the air. However, the Fun Chuck is exactly the counter that Grim needed for that. Able to just bat her down. Now Kosa going back into the air, getting in up close. That's kind of where Coil thrives with camera manipulation. You gotta work in at such a such a mid-range distance that feels comfortable. Up close is not comfy. Far away, not comfy. There's a Goldilocks zone you gotta work for here. Seems like Grimwood has just gone 3 bears on this Goldilocks because she is getting kicked out of it every time she tries to find it. That's down that Tri-Bolt with ease. That Fun Chuck doing so much work. That's why I love to just press that right trigger. That right trigger is such a killer, man. Gonna be a rush right there coming out. Kosa, though, able to Twin Tail out of it. Twin Tail's walk is stupid at getting out of rushes for some reason. We're just sticking to the back right there, going for the timeout strats that Kosa was so fond of using the last round. Kind of sucked, don't it? Kind of sucked, don't it? Kosa could turn things around with Rush. George using a lot of shield. Didn't shield the one crucial hit, but Coil is stupid. Coil's so stupid. It's able to shield it. However, George actually not able to take things in the end and pulls a funny Astro and dances. That was actually a really pog sequence of events. I thought for sure that after that Rush got blocked, that Coil was just going to get out of that for free. But no, he got a little too fancy for he britches. That you can't overestimate your Coil privilege. I mean, you have it. It's there. It is for sure there. But dear Lord, sometimes you wish it was more there. I'm glad it's not more there. Oh my God, I'm glad it's not more there. Right, sparring ring a little bit more manageable for Kosa. Why was this or just counter pick? His stage choices have really baffled my mind today. Oh, I found out. I figured out why. Just take a little look-see at that right arm, and I can tell you exactly why he went to sparring. Yeah, Grim has adopted the true mirror set right now. Anything you can do, I can do more annoyingly, he says. This does have more damage output. The same amount of confirms, pretty much. Blast a lot harder to confirm it into with Rush, obviously, and kind of misses out on that grab confirm. But that's not really what things have been coming down to. Raw Rush on Wake Up. That's something that Kosa would have done with her Lola before. That was just smooth as heck. That was 160 hertz arms. And that certainly hurts Kosa to see. Also, is Kosa really up 2? No, I think that's is that a remnant? That's a remnant. Okay, yeah, Kosa is only up 1. I was going to say. Man, whoever did that, freaking stupid. Oh, good rush in right there. Get the 285 damage. I think the lag is honestly just because I'm in NA spectating in a non-NA hosted lobby. I'm pretty sure they're not feeling it because I haven't heard any talk of lag so far. All I've heard talk of is punch. Kosa going for the rush right there. Normally she's been landing those pretty consistently, but George just gets out of it. Able to avoid that rush with or that grab, excuse me, with a good float. Kosa though, catching on, almost gets her shield broken, but not yielding quite yet. There's a big arm break right there. The other one's still on the caution sign. That's big for George, though it does fade away with Kosa timing out. And the KO from the roaster coming through, yeah. I understand that switch over to sparring. I get it. You have fast arm go boom. It makes sense. All right, wow, these guys are just running through these pans, just rat-ta-ta-ta, like they're in the ghetto. Going for the Moz switch here. You get a best of both worlds here. It has some of the. What do they play on so far? I'm stoopy. It has some of the side-to-side movement that Temple can afford you, while still being relatively close, kind of like sparring. It has those walls too that just feel so oppressive. George getting the early advantage right there. Kosa, though, going for some raw dandy grabs right there. But when you're going, like, you don't shield, that button's not mapped on your controller even. You just dash. And so that has been what George is doing. Oh my gosh, that fade into rush. If that had worked, I would have pogged off so hard. That was such a good fade over into rush. Oh my gosh. Kosa, though, very adept at dodging. It's still down to 25% of her health. Charging up rush, though. Grim doing a poke right there, getting the explosion off. Kosa getting the stun, following it up with the toaster. Has made her mark and her way in. And there's a confirm into rush. She should take the lead with this. Not quite going to be able to find the kill. But even the slightest little graze will take him out to pasture. And there it is again. Point and laugh at him. Everyone make fun of him on Twitter.com for that. I mean, he still won that, but make fun of him. Aura on landing, man. Such a good mechanic at making you feel superior to others. If you want to find out where school bullies got their big egos from, they probably made Twintel. Stunning to grab, following up right there. Coil down to 25% of her life off of one interaction. Self-explosion saving George right there. Barely able to escape the grab. Just darts over to the other side. Kosa dominating with these pokes. Grim finally gets his first attempt up and is able to get the get that Moss trampoline out. Grab off of that. Playing neutral right now. Dream saying, you want to float? I'll float. Kosa, though, floats so much better. Getting knocked to the ground. Next round, I have a feeling they will both float. They all float down here. Smart switch over on sides, not something you see players do very often, but this gives him a much better time at parrying down that toaster and can kind of just fire into that tri-bolt when it's uncharged with his uncharged tri-blast. I think that's a smart switch. Peppering the damage and gets the explosion. No confirm though. Kosa like caught on the lip of the trampoline somehow. I've never seen that happen, but it was like almost an edge cancel. This is like the melee of arms right now. I'm about it. Kosa doing some fancy footwork, or I guess hair work around the Mazo trampoline. Gets the stun, follows it up with just another hit. That rush is gonna be big. Thinks she's gonna get the confirm right there, but she went a little preemptively. Didn't actually check if it was gonna go off. George able to shield, get a retort. And a grab follow-up. Now George has all of the advantage in this. Tries to fire off, sees Kosa slipping, but it's not enough. But just fires into the shield, gives Kosa about half of a rush. George in the back right there, making Kosa approach, using the timer to his full advantage. Explosion just gonna further narrow things down. George has so much yas on his side. I am so sorry. Retort on the grab and retort on the rush. Kosa will come out on top with all this hit lag and hit stop. It's going to be hard for Kosa to come back. She needs a thing in to grab. Not going to find the confirm if Grim doesn't drop his shield. She hesitates a little too long and lets George take the match.
Trial complete.
And we're sitting on a 2-1 advantage for George right now. All right, Mausoleum again. Okay, if at first you don't succeed, same thing. Oh, we got the name change. This is Poggers. There we go. I hope this becomes a staple. I hope people follow my stupid tradition and this becomes just what you do. Grim taking advantage of this, making the switch over to double roaster. Has the advantage. This kind of reminds me of what we saw with Elemento and Hagamaru earlier. The double glove just beats out so much of what Kosa's going to throw. Not to mention Coil against Dragon. I don't know about that one, Chief. It's just not going to work out well for Kosa. At least on paper. Paper does not mean the same as in theory. Grim going for that rush in on the rush, and it's not going to work out. Kosa with the timed super dash, actually able to counter that and make things very relatively even. Still holding an advantage on George's side, but that could be narrowed down with just one super dash anything. Barely avoids that bead, though Kosa gets the bead on the grab, and that's going to make a world of difference right now. It's very little health separating them, but that little bit of momentum can make such a difference in the swing of things. Another Russian rush. Kosa has nothing to come back with that time. Does have a good punish. I think they're on a draw right now. Kosa could switch this very soon. Goes for the rush. George trying to hold the dash, but he releases it a little too early, and that could lead to the downfall. I stand corrected. My brain may be galaxy, but it has smooth ridges. It'll never even pass for a Ruffles chip. Chakram over on George's side. It is very hard for Lola to deal with Chakram. It's a thing you've seen every Lola complain about at one point or another. How deal big Chakram in face, cannot super dash. Dash forward right there, trying to confirm the Chakram, excuse me, into the rush. Does get 60 off the shield break, but stun not coming through. Kosa is the only one allowed to confirm today, I suppose. Carrying forward, trying to close some space right here. Kosa just not letting George. Every time he commits to a direction, Kosa does have an answer. Believe it or not, there is commitment in Coil. They start with the same letter for a reason. I'm looking really damaged on Kosa's side. That dragon not looking great. Goes for the rush. That's going to break. Not going to kill, but it's so close. Anything will end it. Kosa's going to go for the explosion from super dash in. Oh, I'm so surprised she didn't burn rush. A second time she didn't burn it. Third time she didn't burn it. Maybe she should have burned it. She's certainly getting burned by that roaster hit. We're sitting on match point for George right now. The switch over to the Hydra on Kosa's side. Going for the height rather than the side to side. I don't know if I agree with this. I just don't think this is the switch. I do see the appeal, though, of having that arm not separating when getting hit when it's fully charged. I see the appeal in that against a Chakram. I really do see the appeal. However, you're compromising so much on what you can catch from Coil. You're exchanging solid sweeps for hard reads. I don't think that that's ever a change-up that you should make against Coil. Yeah, George is taking full advantage of this, just charging in. Kosa is adapting, aiming those Hydras just straight on now. So Grim will have to find a separate path. But as Coil, your slowest path really is straightforward. Going side to side is such a good way. Goes with a counter rush right there. Don't always do that, especially when you have two mono rushes against the best rush in the game. George gonna make that look easy at the end and take that 3-1. All right, that does mean what's going on in Bracky right now. Rafa Replicant, I don't know if that's already underway. Rifa versus winner of Alistair and Yam will probably be on stream, I imagine. There's no reason to not to. Looks like Rifa versus Yam or Alistair is going to be going on. Oh, Yam Alistair hasn't started yet. Okay, we can get them in. Let's see. I gotta remember how to spell Alistair's name. boys, while we got a second, let's open the chat up. Talk to me, talk to each other, talk to your mom as long as she's in chat. Just say words. Please clap. With Alistair and George both with their coils, man. Are we coming into an EU age of coils? For your guys' sake, I hope not. We very well might, though. Actually, I don't think I have you added yet. Now we're going to move on to a fun segment of the stream I like to call entering a friend code, because I don't have either of them friended. So let's all play along. Let's throw it in the song. Let's all gather around the Switch menu and enter a friend code. FRIENDCODD friend code. I'm pretty sure I spelled that friend co-ed, but who cares, and it'll help if you just sing along. Oh, FRIENDCODE friend code song. Oh, FRIENDCOD friend code song. And if you don't think I have you added, you're probably right, but it'll help if you just sing along. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, Rep, of course you gotta bounce. You're a Lola player. No, duh. 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 When you bounce, I wonder if you knew there's this tech. You can cancel it. You can bounce cancel. I don't know if you knew that. I just discovered it 2 minutes ago. Oh boy, Galactic Faz, you sure put on a high stakes bet. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to handle that. Yike, yowie kazowie. I don't know. Yeesh. I don't think I can pull that off. Sorry. Yike. Alright, do we have a starting stage? It's either Temple or Buster. It's either Temple or Buster. I don't know how Alistair bans. I think that means we're going Temple, or that means we banned Temple. Oh, jeez, Rick. I feel a yawn coming on. I felt it coming on. Okay, we banned Temple. Okay, we're going to Buster. That means we're gonna Buster move. Buster, by the way, is the best stage in the game. If you say otherwise, you are wrong. It's not okay. Buster's just got so much variety to it. I love having the different types of play between upstairs and downstairs. I love the hot pockets when I'm not in them. Alright, Yam going the min versus Alistair's coil. If you pay attention to NA arms, you know how often this matchup is seen there, though not quite in this fashion. Yam reminding me of the Iceman setup right here, just inverting some of the elements. Ice Dragon, of course, is a mainstay of Iceman. Wouldn't be the Iceman without it. But the Roaster versus the Sparky. With the early advantage right now, I still kind of wonder what that Dragon's going to be able to do. It's not an arm that you think of as an anti-coil. I mean, the laser sure is good at making sure coil can't move one direction. But she has so many directions. Like, she plays on a 4D plane where we're all playing on a 2D one. And it's not even fair. Yeah, I'm actually doing good on the rush game so far. Manages to block Alistair's. Gets his own off of it. Goes for it right now, but Alistair able to dash over to the side. Gets the arm break on what does it look like a healthy arm. Trade coming out, though, highly in Alistair's favor right there. Backflipping, setting up that dragon, sticking to the back wall, though smart. You don't gotta commit. She used the mid-man up smash. Oh my god, that thing is from Smash Brothers, and I can't believe they integrated it into ARMS. That's crazy. Ooh, there that rush is finally gonna land. Alistair just had to do the funny button of press forward. Yam with the rush, though, still has the lead. I don't think it's quite enough to end things if it lands all the hits, but it's certainly close. Yam closing in, though, has the health lead. Gotta go for broke right now, try to land that rush, and it's just no dice. A grab could change things. Heck, even a weird hit. That hit certainly was weird, but it's not the person that Yam wanted to land those. Alistair with the X punch. Start things off strong. Yeah, Alistair going for the pineapple grab. Yam going for the punch through it. An early rush from Alistair gonna blow that ever so important resource. He will find a lot of splash damage at the end to compensate for it. Yam making that dragon work. It has made sure Alistair has the one part of the map he can't go to, but it really hasn't done jack crap at stopping Alistair from charging up that third arm. And that's what you really gotta stop when you're fighting a coil. You gotta stop that health from being the same too, and unfortunately it has not happened yet from Yam. Alistair does whiff that rush again, and that puts Yam in a much more favorable position. Against the back wall, though. Alistair like a monolith right now on the side-to-side game. Just sweeping in whenever he deems it necessary to interact with our mortal realm. Yam now taking a much more side-to-side approach, is able to land the grab. Just needs to keep on circling, has the dragon arm up thanks to that grab. Hopes not to lose it right here, so he goes for the counter rush. Actually starts with the dragon beam, not able to find the finish. But that health lead is way more important than actually getting that last like 30 damage in. Puts Alistair in a position where he's forced to approach. That gives Yam a good back foot to play off of, and Dragon is so much better at the back foot than the approach game. In the last 5 seconds, we're seeing a switch up in who's winning the health lead. Kicks out the grab, and that actually is going to give Yam the round.
But why?
Yam getting the early Dragon Arm. Alistair with the first rush. Not going to let it happen, though, and Yam gets that rush off after that punch. Knocked down to the back, not going to roll into that Hot Pockets. Why would you? That's a spicy meat to ball, but it's also piping hot and deadly. Something the Hot Pocket rolls forward, just gets confirmed back into it. Through the hits, it does manage to find a way out. Goes for the counter rush. Alistair has the time and the knowledge to stop that rush before it can find its mark, and Yam still sitting in not a great health position. And Alistair really is taking after Grimwood here with the just hold shield button. It's been working out. Tries to go for a walk forward. Not going to be able to make it work. Yam just needs something. That's something. That's stuff. No confirm off of it, but at the end does manage to find Alistair, excuse me, slinking away. Alistair going to make the revenge comeback, though. Things are looking tight. Yam gets another freeze in the exact same position, goes to the rush. Alistair had no choice but to try to punch down a grab. But Yam with the classic schmicks is going to end up taking game one. Oh, this is not winners finals, in fact. Make sure people know that. Not winners finals. Okay, looks like we're banning Sparring and Mazo. So The counter pick is Temple. Alright, this gives a lot more room to run around on for Alistair. Also, guys, I am sorry if my energy levels are so low right now. I haven't slept yet from yesterday. Oh, and Alistair switched to the Cobra. Which means we gotta change this name too. We got Alec Cold Stare rocking the popper clapback on a Cobra. Oh my goodness, oh my gravy. Who would have thought that as a set of Kid Cobra would ever run? Yam seems pretty prepped for this though. Phoenix, it will be a good counter and a good way to get around that that clapback. The popper also going to have a hard time dealing with it, though it is certainly less concerned about it unless Yam lines these angles up perfectly to rip through things. Guys, Paul has rubbed off on me so much in naming at the very least. He just awoke in me. My eye is open. We're going to have Rush online right now. Alistair gets a clean clapback with the Phoenix, putting them in a very samey health position. Both of them very content to stand around this pillar too. I'm going to retreat behind, get that Dragon Arm up before making the initial approach. It is a heck of a journey getting up there. The clapback does land, finishes into the popper. Not going to get a lot of damage, but that grab will seal up all that damage that Alistair lost. There's another one of those frees that turned around things for Yam the last time. Not going to be able to follow up off of it, but another freeze will do a lot. A Phoenix will do a lot. Held so even. Anything's going to end it. That clapback and popper coming so close. And in the end, that popper did find its positioning and will take that round for Alec Coldstare. All right, and let's say bye-bye Birdie, because that Phoenix is gone, bringing out the roaster for just a generally faster game plan. It does feed into the clapback game plan, though. Not something you want to do a lot, though if you're confident, you can make it work. For a long time, I thought the counter to the clapback Cobra was double gloves until I realized how stupid that was. Alistair zooming around. Yam without an answer to this clapback is just looking lost. Someone needs to come pick this kid up from the local Walmart. Peppering in that damage. Gets the reflect though. That could start things off. It doesn't start things off. Magic Pixel on Yam's side really doesn't want to release that shield unless he has to, man. It is so imperative that he does not die. He died. Yo, Ice, what's going on, buckaroo? Nice to see you in the chat. I know, Rafa, I know it's not the counter, no, but Para really made me think it was, because Para made double glove seem like the counter to everything. All right, Sparring and Scrap are going to be the bans. All right, looks like we're moving to DNA Lab. Alright, I know Cobra no likey pillar. And Min likey pillar. That is the counter! Grim's, dude, Akrim, you're right. Akrim, you just solved it. That's the counter to everything. The counter to clapback Cobra, the counter to Coil, the clapback to My Will to Live. Like, it's the counter to everything. It can't be beat. It's a sweet treat. Oh, I thought for a second, double dragon. Yo, double dragon is actually the answer? Is double dragon the answer we all slept on and never knew we needed? Dragon Arm Dragon sure is a mood, man. I hope this isn't a misclick. I really hope this isn't Joy-Con drift being a butt or anything, because this is so galaxy brain. It's a freeze off right there. Alistair does have the ways he can counter it very clearly. That clapback and pop are going to be able to beat up pretty much anything that these dragons can do. But it has positioning that is unrivaled. If you can play like Spy Kids and just throw those lasers in, it's so good. Oh, and Yam's styling too with the reflect kick on the clapback. Dear Lord, this is like a dancing game now. This is not ARMS. This is Persona 4 dancing all night. Oh, the counter rush tries to come out. The clapback just homes in on its target, though. Yam getting behind that pillar, trying to get some ice things going up. Not going to find it. 1-2ing also not necessarily the most effective strategy on the dragon. Sure, you have hitboxes out all the time, but those hitboxes are just static. Yeah, Alistair looking in the last 5 seconds like he's just going to run away with this with shield. There's not a ton Yam can do other than just build up a rush for the next round. Yeah, Rafa, I feel that was just, yo, dog, I heard you like dragons, so we put a dragon on your dragon arm with some dragon. You feel me, 2012 Skyrim players? Yam has switched out that second dragon for a Phoenix. Obviously a lot more versatile and a lot cleaner at cutting around that clapback. Yam needs to find the initial momentum here. This is such a momentum-based matchup. And Alistair is carrying it right now. Confirming the clapback into the popper, into the clapback. Popper knockdown, not making things look great for Yam. And another blowback. Having to wake up against a big old... Oh my gosh, another deflect kick! Has this man been playing Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch because he sure used that up smash? Another rush whip right there, not going to pay anything forward for Yam. It's only going to play into everything Alistair wants. He's like 1 hit, 2 hits away right now from ending this. Could have got a win confirmed right there and just put Yam out of his misery. It will happen with the initial hit. I didn't know Alistair had a Kid Cobra. I didn't know Alistair had a being himself before this tournament. But it's coming in clutch. He's proven very good at this. Alistair kind of pog at being good. I think that means... Oh, I just deleted the score. Okay, that works too. No score. Participation trophies for everyone. Alright, it does mean I'm going to have to shuffle some names. No, not the whole overlay. Not the whole overlay. Stay. There we go. And hey, bada bing, bada boom, a fresh scoreboard right there for you. Yeah, George, I feel you. Yeah, personally, I just would not get hit by those. I gotta say, I would just win rush exchanges. That's how I'd win that. You just gotta not lose. It's so simple. Amazo, we will go. If Alistair changes off the Cobra, I will have to change the name. And ban from chat, obviously, with the powers I don't have. Let's see what Alistair's bringing to the table. Alec Cold Stare. And Rifa staying with the Masango. Again, this late into the bracket. Still playing the Masango. Is this just a co-main at this point? God, I love seeing Blue Mask Masango. It is like by far the most fun mask to use for me personally. Doing the storage tech, I can't tell if he's actually doing it because of the weird EU differences I'm getting here. But Blue Mask storage is the most fun thing in this game, honestly. Gonna switch over here to the Red Mask. Gonna hope to just counter the clapback and force some uncharged punches with that popper. Gets a freeze off right there. Gonna go for the rush. No reason to not, I guess, when that shield is so low. Not a lot of damage, but it does do just enough that it puts Alistair into the 25% range. Finally, Alistair does find a point where there's just no armor on Rifa. Able to get that knockdown with a double hit. The Rifa comes back up. Rifa claps back, if I may, and is able to take round one. All right, Alistair going the classic, the double Bub Cobra. I think Bub must be the biggest arm in the game, right? At least it's definitely the biggest glove, but it's got to be the biggest arm for sure, man. Because that thing, when it's put on a Cobra or a 5 girth min, holy cow, you black out the sun. Rifa, though, taking full advantage of its lack of element, using that Red Mask to try to get something in. He's taking a lot of damage from Chip, but it doesn't matter how much you take, you're dealing out more than your opponent can. That rush lands for 285. A freeze following it up, and a refreeze, too. Rifa just needs one more hit, and the Chilla slips through, somehow not getting boxed. Bop. And if Rifa is truly in a Masango, that means he name get changed too. Aw, Alistair, we were rooting for you. Alistair, we loved the funny. I guess all good things must come to an end. So is the circle of life. Rifa rocking that megawatt. Alistair back on the coil with the double roaster. He's probably trying to contest that pure boxing that Rifa was going for before, but this throws a spanner in that work. Obviously, Megawatt is not the most adept arm at hitting coil. It is the slowest arm in the game. But it is a big old meatball, and who can resist a Chef Boyardee at this time of the day, man? For the first to get the rush, actually, Alistair gonna have to worry about this yellow mask that Masango has adapted on. Doesn't have to worry about it for too long, though. Throwing out 3 of those wide sweeping arms is a great way to knock down anybody's game plan. 270 damage on the rush. Rifa rolling out of the hot pocket. That rush not gonna land. The Megawatt would certainly not help, more of a hindrance in that situation. You want to have something that's gonna go and make sure that coil gets caught. And that is an uh-oh stinky. Yeah, I don't think Rifa was expecting to switch over to coil with this Megawatt. Certainly next round, I think we'll see a change. It has given him the lead, but for how long? Not that long. Alistair can now just kind of sit in shield and wait for things to happen to him. It's not a matter of does he get shocked and grabbed. It's a matter of does he get grabbed at all. Rafa, it is the slowest arm. It literally says in-game it is the slowest arm. All right, yeah, he switched off that Megawatt, going over to the Phoenix, exchanging speed for raw power. I'm about it, though. It'll help switch that those angles off, too. Wide sweeps will no longer be a concern if he's able to throw it out and predict. Obviously, he has to get that hard read off, though. Trying to get the yellow mask off there. I don't blame him. It would be a huge help right now. It doesn't have to worry about the Alistar rush anymore, though, since it all drained into his body. Just needs something to get out of this corner. The mask is not coming through for him. You don't want to dash into the mask because of mask lag. You don't want to sit in there because it's going to go down eventually. Ice will be a good way to switch things up, though. Red mask slowdown is going to be a butt, but he's going to switch it off. Not necessarily for his will, though. These are coming down to the last hit. Rifa needs that to land. It doesn't. Could follow up potentially. Those arms are looking mighty cautionary. Alistair able to just throw those arms in. Nowhere to run, nowhere to hide. The hot pocket certainly warming up. And shkabop. Okay, looks like we're going Temple Grounds. Alright, I didn't see character. Are we sticking with the coil? We are. Alistair, you gotta earn your name back. Oh, Rifa actually ditching his name too. Going for the hard coil counter here. Rifa, I have to say though, I'm a little bit... Going over, though, to the traditional Rifa set does allow him a lot more speed, gives him wider sweeping range. It's just overall better. It's one time where I actually say go for that dragon on the coil. Rifa knows how to use this better than probably any other dragon user on the planet. He's getting some good pin downs here. Alistair trying to find a way out, thinks the rush is the answer. Rifa not paying attention to the pillar health, and Alistair just carves through it. Barely a lead on Rifa's side. Could widen up at any second, though. The way that Rifa uses this dragon just like a fun chuck is kind of crazy. Like, literally tell me a difference between the way Rifa uses it and a fun chuck. I'll wait. Explosions right there from Alistair are going to keep narrowing things down. That stun so close to landing. That actually could have turned things around so hard. Once again gets hit, cut through the pillar. Rifa with the advantage just needs to burn the rush to make things happen. Not going to burn it yet, but when things get desperate, everyone loves to press that button. Cuts, though, through that, cuts through that grab and is able to make things work. For ditching the dragon, actually. I kind of liked it on him. I don't know why he ditched it. I thought it was a good, solid way to secure in kills and make sure you're breaking up grabs. Because, man, oh man, this slap sometimes just struggle at doing basic things. Yeah, now the switch up in the dragon positioning is coming back to bite Rifa. Wind Element is going to get Coil off of him. Sometimes, though, you really want Coil on you. This is not one of those times, obviously, as Rifa is able to make his way downtown. walking fast, phasing past, only gets hit for 55 of that rush. Able to counter around now with the grab. Very close to his own yellow triangle. He's got to get in for this, though. There's no way he's going to be able to confirm into this against Coil. Yeah, oh, actually, barely at the very edge, finds a way. The very last hit. Because he had that one arm in, he was still able to camera track somewhat effectively. Now we're down to a last hit for Rifa, just trying to break things up anytime he can. Alistair getting overzealous with that wide sweep. And Rifa is going to take that 2-1. And that means, you know what that means? The Riff Raff pack back in the stadium. Rifa Rafa. Oh boy, life swap. Let's just get you on the center there. Let's give you a little cleansing of the palate. All right, looks like Rafa is the higher seed of the tournament. So I think we're going to Buster. Okay, yep. Let's go to the beach. Let's go get away. All right, nothing left up to chance here. Nothing left up to secondaries or unfamiliar matchups. Rifa gonna go with that Ninjara. Rafa, of course, on the Cobra. Birdchuck Popper. Okay, I think this is a smart decision. This is basically the new Kid Cobra defaults. It's not Kid Cobra defaults, but it's Kid Cobra defaults. Let's be honest. Grab right there into the hot pocket. That will throw Rifa up ground, which is great for him. That dragon is going to make things a lot easier. No pressure to deal with at this moment. Gets the knockdown on the ice. Not going to be able to continue things like I'm sure he wanted to do. You would really hate to see people actually escaping your attempts at locking them in. Health training very quickly. Rafa, the one on top right now. And it keeps continuing. They keep getting double hits with their uncharged arms. Rifa actually not getting it there, but continuing in with that uncharged dragon to just get the nice finish. I like this Birdchuck over on Rafa's side, too. Going to be able to parry down dragons with its relatively short parry time. Going to be able to cut through mono rushes just like butter. And Rafa takes that first round. We're going to ditch that dragon, going for something a little less slow-paced and a little more slap-paced. Not to mention, this opens up some win confirms. Now Rafa, though, the one with the ice chains, gets a 2-chain into a grab, possibly looking to convert into another one. The Ninjara shield finally becoming solid in that scenario does prevent Rafa from getting too much off of it. Not going to be able to get a P. Going to be very close, though. Rifa down to a sliver. Rifa getting eviscerated. Maybe the Masango is actually the solution. I swear I'm not baiting you. All right, we're going back to Buster. Rifa made the all-important change, though. He switched color. Oh, and sets? Okay, that actually was more significant. I was making a ha-ha. I guess if you can't beat him, join him. Welcome to the clapback meta, boys. Clapback is an arm I can see working very well on Ninjara. Ninjara is super not encumbered by arms that stay out there for a long time. He pretty much retains all of his movement abilities besides the poof. Instead, you just get the little foop. Catching Rafa on the jump up with the clapback retraction. Yeah, really being positioned in the hot pocket here isn't that bad. He's got a tool to deal with just about anything that Rafa throws out right now. Has this been labbed on rank? Because I haven't seen this. Doing a damage rush right there, putting Rafa into the same position that Rifa previously found himself in. Trying to close in, but forced to retreat by that Burchunk. That thing is scary even against Clapback. It'll just curve around all your crap. Gets the tree right there, just like I was talking about, and Rafa comes out on top over a rough start. And George, you are right. I don't know anything about Japanese arms. Pushing the Scully in for the medium arm of the Phoenix. I think he's just going to go for general weight advantage and maybe being able to trade with the Burchuk with that. But, like, the angles they throw at are just so dissimilar. He's not going to be able to get out of the corner if he just keeps throwing it like that. It's not your end-all, be-all anti-curve arm. Gonna go for the rush to try to get out of this. Does manage to land a hit of it, but not before Rafa is able to take that. Man, these are going quick. Are we speed running competitive arms? You guys know this isn't Clint Stevens streaming this. Like, I'm just a dude. I'm just a boy with a dream. And we've advanced from not losers finals to losers finals. Now, I hope you guys are ready for my ninja skills. Just like that, on the fly, you didn't see anything. Just smile and wave, boys. That means... You know what? I heard someone say this is kind of a... Oh, I gotta look up something real quick. There we go. Cosa linea. Okay, just gotta wait for Kosa to come in. Kosa probably taking Shi a water break. Ah, there she be. There she blows. Guys, while we wait, I want to get Kosa a little tilted. A pie is a sandwich. I just want to make that abundantly clear. I stand pro sandwich on the pie matter. Debate among yourselves or with me angrily on twitter.com. Pie is a sandwich. I stand by what I'm saying here. George, okay. I can literally explain to you. Tell me why it's not a sandwich. Tell me why it's not a sandwich. George, why is a pie not a sandwich? I never said fries are fruit. I never said that once. I don't think... Potatoes are a grain, I think, or a starch or whatever. Oh, Kosa's listening. Kosa, it is. It is. A pie is a sandwich. Grim, until you can tell me why a pie is not a sandwich, it's a sandwich. Tell me literally one reason. I see you're speechless. You have no reason it's not. Okay, water is not wet because wet is defined as like saturated by water. Water can't be saturated with water. It is water. Guys, I literally have a solid argument for anything you can throw at me. You just can't disprove. One pie is sandwich. Big pie. I have Pop-Tarts in my room. I have the Hostess cupcake Pop-Tarts in my room. Pog. Okay, yes, I'm glad there are smart people in the chat who have brains. Water cannot be wet by nature of it being water. Now, I think debatably oil could be wet if it's no, because it's not saturated, it's just surrounded. Wait, why has it gotta be why's it gotta be spicy, Akram? Why's it gotta be spicy? Are you telling me that a cherry pie is spicy to you? Because if so, you gotta hit up a Buffalo Wild Wings every once in a while, my guy. Alright, we're seeing Kosa over on the Twin Tail here. No surprise. Rafa on a complete set change. Going with the nade and slap. Yeah, certainly a much better set at nailing down a Twin Tail than what we've seen him being used previously. Nade just a good anti-Twin Tail arm in general. Goes pretty dang fast. Good control over where it's going to land. Explosion element can cuckus out of Actrosora. Just a good... Kosa, though, using this Actrosora quite liberally. When we're not seeing Actrosora, we're seeing a lot of arms coming out, and a lot of arms means a lot of trades. Ones that generally are going to go in Kosa's favor. The stun in against Wind, though, not one Kosa's going to like seeing. Rafa really likes those wins, and with that arm up, with that rush up, excuse me, and Wind confirms a bound. Actually not going to wait for the rush confirm. Instead going to go for the arm break. Not a big follow-up, honestly. Not as big as he could have gotten. But that nade curvature is going to make it a way bigger follow-up than it had any right to be. Oh, instant rush by Kosa, making sure that slap doesn't land, dodging out of the way. Only getting 60 on that rush, but it really just mattered that Kosa didn't get countered in the long run. Rafa finding another one of those amazing nade plants, curving them as necessary, and he's got such good control over them. The Trambamboline is going to break with Kosa's more aerial style she's been adapting. This could play to her advantage. It's not going to play to her advantage. Oh, maybe it did. Rafa got a little overconfident on that height. Kosa able to find the grab on the wake up. Still gets hit by that slap coming through. That side that it's on is just not great for Kosa. It's going to be either countering that toaster every time, or if that toaster's already been thrown out, that light arm is going to stand no chance. The side is really doing a lot there. If Kosa had the toaster on the other side, it'd be a completely different story. Oh, rush coming out on both sides. Kosa's rush, despite being thrown out second, is actually going to find its mark first. Rafa has taken the advantage back with that 150 nade. Though Kosa finds the double hit herself. Who needs explosion element when you have dumb crap? Right, who needs wind element when you can confirm on a charged punch with nade? 150 plus a follow-up is stupid powerful. Also looking for a good opening. It's hard to find against a double nade Cobra with a trampoline down. May I say impossible. You really have to get like some kind of masterful aura cancel double flip stuff. I haven't seen Kosa employ any of that yet, but it'd be such a good mix-up to just employ an aura cancel here and there and really make Rafa question everything she's doing. Kosa looking like she's found a way in, making Rafa come to her. She is going to find the rush first despite the deficit on weight. Back into the corner by those double nades. She really has to play like a freaking laser grid against these. Able to punch one of them down, but the second one just keeps trucking through. Finds the stun into the grab. Gonna make things even. Rafa can't take another hit. Kosa maybe can take one. A self-explosion twice in a row. Gonna finish things out. And Rafa just darts over to the side. A raid legend of his former shadow. I guess back to Mazo it is. I mean, if you won there before, Kosa, why not ban it? But this is certainly a great stage for Rafa. In fact, did Rafa go here with Kosa before? I feel like did they even fight before? Yes, they did, and Kosa came out on top, but I think Rafa might have won this map. I'm not 100% sure. But Rafa just does so well on the stage. Switching up the set. Going over for the Birdchuck and Popper. Honestly, I kind of was digging the double nade. I don't dig double nade to fight against. But it kind of countered what Kosa wanted to do. It was just a game plan adjustment more than anything that needed some switching. As good as homing as Birdchuck has, man, doing it against Twintel is hard. Oh, Rafa actually going to be able to get out of the way of that rush. The glove rush nerf we've been dealing with for like 3 years now still surprises me every time it comes in. I'll be honest, I have not adapted to that thing well. It just feels wrong. Stunning the grab right there. Maybe Kosa actually does have the dominant set. Maybe Rafa just doesn't have anything he can do. Same set on Rafa's side. Looking for some answer here. Must think it's in the game plan. Maybe the proof is in the popper. Rafa's getting a little too airborne right now. Somehow gets clipped on some Cobra dashes right there. Not a lot on the rush, barely anything at all. Before the damage is really coming in from Kosa, it's just those pure shots. Rafa loves going in the air, but that opens you up to landing punishes, and that's where Kosa's been getting so much advantage. If Kick Cobra just didn't land, then I'm sure Rafa would be having a much better time. But unfortunately, gravity do be a thing. Yeah, and that's going to close out that game too. Just a stun and a grab on the land punish again.
Victoire.
All right, same bands again. Are we going to see a three-peat on Mazo? I can't imagine after a double loss there we would. We do. We do be seeing it again. Okay, but set switch again. Okay, no, so let's switch again. All right, the bird chuck is being ditched right here for that megawatt. The meatball mode is activated. I guess Rappa now is going to go for his own landing punishes. I don't know. It does force Kosa onto the ground a little more since it's got just such a big freaking range to it. It'll hit Kosa on the air and the ground. Not really any jumping over it. You kind of just got to get around it with Bennett Body. Oh, there's a win confirmed into the rush. Not quite the kill, but it's close. Yeah, pardon me, but that blew me away. That megawatt made so much of a difference. Oh my gee lordy. Also sticking with it. I think another thing that might be contributing here is I haven't looked at frame data, but I think Rafa is actually staying in the air a little longer when that megawatt is thrown out. And that just avoids landing punishes. Like the flotation when you throw out an arm is not something that people think about very often when it comes to landing mix-up. But it sure does make a world of difference. I mean, Steelhead is living proof of that. Kosa gets the stun. There's the grab follow-up she's been looking for this entire time. Just has to play a little more side to side, but Rappa is using so many of the long jumps now. Doesn't want to let Kosa out of his sight, and who can blame him? Oh, that might break shield. That's so close to breaking shield. Oh my gosh, the Moss trampoline is out right now. Not great for Kosa. Goes for the aura cancel though that I've been talking about. And she's able to confirm that into the rush. It just takes one. It just takes one. Starting off with the Moss trampoline out is not something that's great for Kosa. For the first time in forever, she gets stunned by that megawatt stun. That's usually not what you're using that for. You're just kind of using it as like a Hadouken type get out of here tool. I mean, if it leads to big damage, Rappa is dominating quite heavily right now, and he has to. This is match point for Kosa. Oh, everybody laughing point. He fired against the landing Twintel. He actually messed it up while the arm was broken. But when it was secure, he got the piece. What the heck?
Toe to toe.
If you want to come back and make a statement, that's a way to. That's a way to, folks. Dang, they already did bans. How did they already do bans? Alright, Sparrow Ring, the pizza capital of the world. Looks like Burchuk has been exchanged for the nade. Not gonna bring it out. Megawatt worked before. Why wouldn't it mega work this time? Popper, though, always a constant on Cobra, of course. Things big to begin with. Why would you want anything that isn't just a big cone of death? Kosa looking for a retreat here. I don't know, though. Kosa actually... I think Kosa wants Rappa to think that she's looking for a retreat. Because Kosa's just kind of going in. Like, obviously not in. I mean, it's Twintel. How in does Twintel go? Yeah, Popper getting another blowback. Kosa playing so careful. You see her flicking those sticks like crazy when she's dashing. She really wants to make sure no megawatt confirms land. She's got the lead so far, but she's just not able to land any hits. There's an important anti-aerial. Doesn't lead to anything, though. It could have been big. Now that's going to be... Oh my gosh! She got utterly eviscerated by that arm break. It caused an auto knockdown and gave Rafa the advantage he needed. That is actually just unfortunate. There was nothing that Kosa could have done to save that. Yeah, that was out of Kosa's favor entirely. This Megawatt just controls fate or something. That was insanely unlucky for Kosa. Starting off strong with the stun into grab. Oh, yeah, now Kosa's bringing the shield parries in. So not only is Kosa going to be in your face, but Kosa's going to have quick ways to get in and out of your range. Yeah, Kosa's going hard. I said that Kosa doesn't go in. Kosa, schmovin', may I say. Unless everything goes exactly to Rafa's plan, we are quickly going to be approaching match point for Kosa. We have approached match point for Kosa. This is do or die for Rafa, folks. And now Kosa is just not committing to anything. She does not want to make anything out of her control. Cancels that rush out. Rafa not floating in the air, the Megawatt not cutting through. It's all coming up Kosa-lemia. So now going back into this wall right here. Gets the last second aura flip into it. Gets the stun into grab. Rafa now, I think, is at the range of stunning to grab thanks to Twin Tail's extended grab range. Not going to find the grab off of that, just going to get the toaster, but now anything, and I mean anything, is certain doom for Rafa. Oh, the trade goes according to Rafa's favor. Kosa still has the lead, but it's not by much. Megawatt stun could do it. Anything will do it now. Timeout even. Oh! Twin Tail pops up under that grab, and actually Rafa takes it. It wasn't looking good for him, but he did it. Yeah, Kosa was not happy about the second round, but Rafa was not happy about the second. Like, oh my god. Dummy, good comeback. All right, we seeing Maws again? Place your bets. Are we seeing Maws? Oh no, we're seeing sparring again. All right, we got a full house in arms. All right, Kosa, what you bring in? Oh, I was so hoping for double tri-bolt. Double tri-bolt would be so hype. I mean, it's not fun to play against, but it'd be hype for me. First knockdown gonna go to Kosa. She needs the momentum right now because it feels like it's honestly all on Rafa's side. Every time she gets it, she just loses it the next round. Good cross-up, though, with that glove. Good control of the toaster. Every time Kosa demonstrates some manner of control, Rafa's demonstrating some part of his game plan that's just superior, whether it's reads, his aim. It's just superb. I don't know how to describe it other than stupendorifus. I don't know how to describe it other than just stupendorifus. We're seeing Kosa back in her rage form. Gets that rush off, not going to get all of it, but 240 is better than nothing. Stun into grab, already got Rafa down to half health after like 2 interactions. That's the power of Pine Sol, baby. Don't you ever forget. We're now on Rafa's match point, but it's not good to blow your rush on that, man. Can't blow your wad that early. Oh my gosh, Rafa took the lead back after just some nice popper hits. He's been able to just juggle. gotta say, while Kosa is displaying great mastery of her character, Rafa is just displaying such mastery of the engine. The rush right there will take things down. Rafa probably winding down his health on this. As rush, win confirmed, would end it. But so would a stray Tri-Bolt just pumping into your gut.
Twin tail.
Match point for both of them. This is the absolute last chance they both have to go up to winners and fight George. I believe, did George fight both of them? No, he fought Kosa before, but never had the chance to fight Rafa in bracket so far. Are they going to get the early rush? It's going to be 350. Put him into the meat blender. I think that's called a grinder. I don't think there's a specific blender for meat, but you understand my meaning. Kosa, though, closing things down. Barely a quarter of a bar of difference. Following it up to stun into the punch. Kosa, honestly, I'm surprised didn't burn the rush right there. That would have been such a good mix-up and punished any Twitch reactions that Rafa would have had. Kosa's not thinking with her rush. She's thinking with that Tri-Bolt. And Tri-Bolt she will find. And a glove finishing it off she will find. Taking that in almost a reverse sweep, but Kosa will come out on top. Rafa, though, turned it the heck up. Oh, my God. Like, there is nothing he could have done better. Like, that was so Pog champion. And that means we are moving into our grand finals. Grimwood 96th, almost the funny number, is sitting in winner's side. And he ran through before. Like, he ran through Kosa. So if Kosa's able to use this momentum, she's got hella momentum right now. If she's able to channel it, then we could see an upset here. This is certainly George's to win. I mean, he's got the seed advantage. He's got the advantage of being in winners. He's got the advantage of winning, gotta say. Malzo is banned on George's side. That means Kosa's probably going to go sparring if it's anything like we've seen before. Though I can't imagine against a known brass main. Against a known brass main, that's tricky Biznu. That's very freaking tricky to do. Okay, yeah, sparring Buster the band. Those are the anti-brass bans. I approve. That leaves us, what, Temple DNA? Probably Temple if I had to guess. George has been playing a lot of Coil. George likes Temple better than DNA in general, I think. I should put who's on the loser's side. DNA, actually. Okay. Not a place I expected George to go. Just put the egg on me face. All right, what character are you bringing out, George? It's probably the brass, right? I can't imagine him screwing around this late in the bracket. That's not a DNA. That's not a DNA, but that is a coil. So I guess we know now what we're going with. Gonna have the run of the coils tonight. Not something I usually see in EU tournaments, but man, I'm about it. I want you guys to share my pain. All right, while we wait for this to start to finish up, guys, I just want to say, as always, great freaking tournament to watch and commentate. I love doing EU stuff. Like, EU is, in my opinion, the most exciting region to commentate. You can tell people in North America I said that. They won't care because they don't like me very much, probably. But EU is just the best arms region, man. It's so varied, and it feels so stiff, but, like, this is a good finals. I know I'm saying that coil is a good finals, but this is varied. This is varied, I swear. All right, George going with an old classic. I think he used this against Kosa before. Yeah, because Kosa was running this set, and he was running this. I think before he had switched up sides. So it is technically a switch if you count it. Good grab right there. Recognizing that Kosa loved shield on Actrosora on landing. Was probably trying to bait out the thing. The thing that you do against people with rush. In the end, though, Kosa is able to escape thanks to Twin Tail being Twin Tail. She's going to get a rush up very, very soon. George is not messing around with his grabs, though, man. He is throwing them out, and for good reason. Explosion plant right there, giving him a slight health lead. Kosa gets the stun, no follow-up. Tries to go for another one, but George is so good at reacting to them. His Y button has to have, like, no text on it. Height advantage is fake and wrong. It doesn't exist. The Flat Earthers win again. Oh, there we go. Kosa putting in some Peppa. Oh, and that's got to make Grim salty. Winning that entire round just to have your life taken away by one stun to grab. Feels bad, man. Feels bad. And the insta-lock, we are in here already. The switch to Chakram over the roaster. Yeah, catching Twin Tail dashes should be 10 times easier right now. Now Kosa did do the thing. Everybody point and laugh at the stupid man. He did the thing. You shouldn't do that thing. Oh, the names are on the wrong side. You're right. Because of the disconnect. They were on the right side before. Oh, there's another stun into rush. Kosa just showing off the classic. Kosa is the 2% milk of this tourney. Stable, classic, you love to see it. Well, Grim is going for that Kiefer. It can be volatile and nasty sometimes, but it sure is good for you. Trying to curve those chakrams around. Recognizes that pillar's health was low. Kosa not realizing, gets taken down to the last shred of her health. And double chakram in the air. Good luck avoiding that one, bro. All right, we're playing for keepsies here because these arms have not changed. Kosa going in, feigning an air dash right there. Not going to do it, though. Just going to get off that grab. Another one following up after a Tri-Bolt stun. Kosa also really close to rush. Throwing out shot after shot. George needs to find a comeback right here. He's down to half health. Kosa still hanging on to her rush. George very close to his. He's getting his Tri-Blast just swatted down, though. It's like a streamer with a leaked IP. Oh, my goodness. Oh, finds the rush on the dash forward. Not able to finish off with the explosion. That's what you really want to do. But he catches it on the wake up against Kosa. Just hits him, making sure Kosa can't approach. Kosa really wanted that. Probably would have gone for a rush there, but recognizing the stealth explosion. Good stuff on George, recognizing the reverse the thing. Shield healing up, but he still doesn't have a lot of health. He had to get out of there, and he chose the wrong way to go, giving Kosa game 1.
Two to tango.
All right, I think it's brass time. I think it's brass time. I don't see a world in what it's not brass time. No, it's not brass time. Again, the Flat Earthers win. Oh, okay, bub. Okay, bub. Go, bub. Go, bub, bub. With landing the first solid knockdown right there, using the invisive coil finally to his advantage to approach Kosa and make her wake-up options very ambiguous. Another big one. Gonna just go for the third arm this time. Better to get the solid damage rather than the mix-up, honestly. You have such good guaranteed follow-up. Anything Quintel throws out. The high ground is false. You underestimate Grimwood's power. And a grab out of the air. Is that a P after a loss? Why is this at 2 for Kosa? That's definitely not 2. What did I type?
As expected.
Sticking with the same sets here. Honestly, if Kosa loses this one, I kind of would like to see her switch over to the Tri-Blast. I mean, I know she's been getting a lot out of those grabbies, but like, the raw damage output she has is kind of dangerously low. It might just be a me thing. It might just be me wanting to see more explosions because I'm a stupid guy with small brain cells. But that Tri-Blast would be very nice for Kosa, I think. To mention, locking coil in place is so powerful. Stun does do that, yeah, but at 5 frames less hit stun than literally anyone else in the cast. Yeah, I think Grim realizes that if he loses this, it's super embarrassing. Almost gets the cancel! How did that not happen? That cancel felt guaranteed. Goes for the rush right here, point and laugh at him! He did the funny! I mean, I'm sure he's not laughing about it, but I sure as heck am. Good arm break right there, gonna allow him to get 120 damage, and now anything he does is just gonna yank off that last bit of her life. She actually might be able to survive a buff. Yeah, the air saved her right there. If that was the actual, like, ground, she'd be dead, though. Oh, she tries to shield parry, but she gets pushed back by the wall into the side. That's just unfortunate geometry. Someone get this girl back into high school. All right, back to DNA lab. Okie dokie. Okay, sticking with the coil. I guess this is just Griff's coil run. Or Grim, excuse me. Is that a homie? Is that a homie I'm seeing here on coil? Who used to run this? Was it Leany who used to run this, or was this V? I can't remember, but I know there was definitely a very prominent coil player back in the day who used to run this, and I'm hyped seeing it. Just coil in EU makes my heart sing in ways I don't appreciate. Homie coil just gives me that boost of serotonin that I haven't felt since I was 7 years old. Rosalina playing behind this pillar. Nowhere to run right now. Going for that retreat. George, you gotta stop that, man. George, I'm just telling you. You gotta get like a stopwatch or something. You need to watch and stop. Kosa has her rush up. Could confirm into it with her tri-bolt. She's definitely been trying to do that all match. Yeah, she's trying so hard, but I confirm. Look at that hesitation she's showing between firing off that toaster. Now, though, she's going for the no mercy strat. With that pillar not that low, she's really got to make sure it's low before she goes for it. Oh, goes for the rush right there. Kosa able to get just out of the way of the explosion. Dodges round 0. She's taking the lead so far. It could change quickly. George just needs to get like a grab. Yeah, if George gets a grab on this wake up, he does. I think he actually takes that. Yes, the last second grab gives Grim that that boost of damage he needs. Grimondo has become real in 5 minutes. All right, switching off that homie. I guess it was not the play for him. Homie is a weakie. Sorry to burst your bubble, Gilly. Going for his rush, advancing in. Kosa's going to get just short of hers. And now we begin. Someone call Bass Pro Shop now because we're getting the fishing segment of this. Yeah, George is content to stay in the back there, build up that rush. What's Kosa gonna do? Approach? Excuse me? Yeah, why use approach when stay in back and lose? Why use many arm when no punch do trick? Kosa's just looking for an opening, but she can't find it. Yeah. You gotta make your own breaks, dude. It's just like Bon Jovi said. Luck ain't even luck. You gotta make your own breaks. And George is secure to take this last bit here. Gets that explosion. Only needs to get one more explosion off. I don't think a pub would quite kill. It's gonna be deadly close. 15 seconds remaining. George with all the advantage, health-wise, rush-wise. Kosa honestly just doesn't have the resources in her kit right now. Yeah, there is no way that Kosa can bring this back, unfortunately for her. George just has to hold shield to get that Astro dub. By the way, I want to say, there is an Overwatch League professional player named Funny Astro, and that is the best thing I've ever seen. Funny Astro. Astro, but funny. Who does he play for? I gotta remember. Who does Funny Astro play for? Oh, he plays for the Philadelphia Fusion. Okay. By the way, quick plug for non-ARM Overwatch. Very good game. Please, if you have it, play it with me. I'm trying so hard to find friends to play Overwatch with. I'll play tank. I know no one likes playing tank. That's my favorite role. Alright, back to DNA. Back to the lab again. Oh no, back to the lab again. Oh, Kosa switched the color. That could be the change. It actually is a significant change. Oh, she's going for the fire set. That's actually kind of lit, fam. Dear God, what have I become? And Graham making a switch as well. No longer is there a roaster. Instead, there is only the icy cold pain of defeat. If only he still had that roaster, then he could be Shaq with the icy hot patch. Yeah, Kosa adopting that Tri-Blast that I said I wanted to see a couple of games ago. Also adopting the nade for that precision control. Kosa does seem to have great control over her aim so far, so I think this should work out splendiferously for her. very even right now. Grimwood does the first rush. That is to be expected. Somehow not able to float down from that. That's going to get in his head probably. Gets the 110 plus a self-explosion. That doesn't happen too often. Normally it's one or the other. But I guess if you can Hannah Montana and get the best of both worlds, why not? Killer not going to come in for Griff right there. Instead it's going to dissipate at his feet, and so are his hopes and dreams, man. He's playing quick, but he's not playing dirty enough. You really need that edge of just grime when you're playing this coil. That right there, that's the grime you need. Floating around, getting something off right there. It really has come down to press button, win game, huh? Well, that is what Kosa does. Press button. Kosa's kind of falling into a pattern though. She's just going into dash, or she's going into jump, air dash, flip, and then double punch. Like, it's not a hard pattern to pick up on here, honestly. I'm surprised George hasn't adapted to it already. Maybe he just doesn't feel he has the arms for it. But she's in such a predictable pattern right now. She did mix it up there, which is good. It will keep Grim on his toes. But she's going to have to do a little better than that, I think. She can just not press button. That's a good mix-up. Not press button instead of press button. Is double explosive just this dummy? It do be working. Okay, there we go. Yeah, now he's found that weak spot. Going for the rush right there when she's not going to have Actress Aura on landing is the opportune time to burn it. Can't really do it defensively against an explosive set, so why not just hone in on your opponent's weak spot? Grim is still in the deficit here, though. Kosa's going to go for a rush any second, just you watch. Cancels it out! Doesn't even have to eat a trade! Does eat quite a bit, though, on the end there. She's making a Grimwood pie because he got sandwiched. Kosa sitting on the verge of the bracket reset now.
That's a wrap.
All right, I think George is going to take a little bit longer to think about his bands and his character choice here. The brass certainly will show, right? Oh, Junior, this is Super Smash Brothers for the Nintendo Switch. Yeah, we got the best K. Rool main against the best Mega Man. Ugh. After this, it'll be Persona 4 Golden. Play that game. Please play a Persona 4 Golden. I need people to talk about that game with. Alright, still though Coil still seeing a very brass-like stage. He will be able to play into his controlling habits a little bit more here. But he's not going to be able to bust out that super armor that would help him out so well. Why didn't he go for it if he knows that Kosa's going to stick with an explosive set? I don't know. My BAM is feeling a little boozled. I'll be quite honest. I don't know how Grim is continuously falling for super dash or air dash, flip, double punch. It just doesn't feel like something he'd be falling for. There must be some kind of component to explosion that's just screwing him. There we go. Now he's finding those curve-in spots. He found that perfect way to just throw those gloves out. Also saving that nade now. Not going to get the cancel. Going to get canceled in her own rush in the counter attempt right there. It's a solid attempt, but man, Rush the Rusher, as often as Shrimps loves to shriek it, it just don't always work. Sometimes it's a way bigger hindrance than a help. It really works when you're Kid Cobra. And now Grim sitting on the match point. Don't count Kosa out though, man. She's been pumping in damage this entire time. Pineapple grab to start off. That's a good look for George. I wonder if George will go for the swag grab. It's really the most advanced tech there is in the game, and I love that it's called swag grab. beating out the damage output with those arms. It's not surprising. Grim's got to make a change right here, and a change he did. Only getting 265, but that's nothing to scoff at. Finishing out with the explosion is certainly positive for him. Now Kosa does need to watch out for this Tri-Blast. She's got to make sure if she's burning that rush, it's after George has thrown that out. Now is not the time. Don't do it now. Okay, after the Tri-Blast, but not before Coil locked herself down. It's such a matter of, it's not do or die against Coil, it's die or die. It really do be that way when it comes to rushing them. Now George sitting on the rush. Kosa sitting on the last bit of her health. Didn't want to eat a rush. And George capitalizes on that knowledge, reading the shield, getting the grab. And George Grimwood 96 is your winner of EU Arms Challenge 52. Congratulations to everybody who played Kosa. You kind of popped off the heck today. You kind of popped off. George, you also kind of popped off. Was that an all coil? Was that all coil? That felt all coil. Was that all coil? All right, well, thank you guys for reminding me at 6 a.m. that I agreed to do this. Only person you went Brad. Oh, yeah, that's right. You did go against Riffa. That's right. I remember. Before I let you guys go, I am going to just very quickly plug my Twitter because I like it and I post funny. All right. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, keep up with my events and my funnies, you can do it right there. I post about stuff. A lot of times it's just making fun of Superior Fan 12. I'll be honest. How do I lock in? I don't even have my controller open on me. Oh, there we go. Okay. Well, thank you guys, everybody, so much for